As a mandolin player, you sometimes will be faced with a situation where somebody calls off a song you already know, but they play it in a key different than the one you learned it in. This video is designed to help you learn how to deal with that. There are thousands of songs that are made up of just 3 chords, so it's a good thing to know the common chords in any given key. We're going to play the song Wabash Cannonball in these 4 keys, the keys of A, D, G, and C. So these are the 3 chords you expect to see in those keys. Even if you aren't familiar with the numbering system for chords, it's pretty easy to see how it works. Here's the chord chart for Wabash Cannonball, and since the key of A has the 3 chords A, D, and E, we'll have 3 measures of the A chord before we go to the D chord, which is the 4 chord, and then eventually to the 5 chord, which is E. The idea behind writing out a chart in numbers is so that you can plug in whatever chords you need for a given key. So try it in the 4 keys that we will be playing Wabash Cannonball in. Here's an example of playing the rhythm in the key of D with simple chords. And the progression repeats. It plays it twice for each verse. The melodies to many simple folk songs are made up merely of notes from the major scale of the key that you're doing the song in. So we're first going to take a look at the key of A. Here's the A major scale. Very symmetrical. 2, 4, 6, open, 2, 4, 6. Then when you move to the next set of strings, open, 2, 4, 5, open, 2, 4, 5. One of the identifiable features of playing in the key of A is that you have this big stretch out to fret 6. So when you're playing double stops within the key, sometimes you have that big stretch. So each key kind of has a feel to it. The big stretch is part of the key of A. When you go to the key of G, there is no note beyond the 5th fret in the simplest form of the scale. Again, there's a pattern on these 2 strings, 3 and 4, 0, 2, 4, 5, and on the next 2 strings, 2 and 1, it's 0, 2, 3, 5. Here now are the scale patterns for the 4 keys that we will be playing in. Take a second to woodshed them so you'll be ready to get your fingers moving in the positions that you'll need as you change keys for each of these solos. Sometimes changing the key of your solo is as simple as taking the notes you already know and moving them to a different set of strings. This will be the case when we go from the key of A to the key of D. We'll move from string 3 to where we begin on string 4. In order to change your solo to any key, you'll want to know the scale degree that you are starting on. In this case, we're starting on this note right here, which is E in the key of A. So if we do our A scale and count up to there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're beginning on the 5th note of the scale, and it goes like this. There's 1, 2, 3, 5. So if we can find those same numbered notes in another key, we will have our solo. So in the key of G, I'll look for the 5th note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I need to use G scale notes starting on 5. There's the 1, 2, 3, 5. Once you combine the beginning notes of your solo in the new key with your knowledge of that scale pattern, your fingers start to feel like they know where they'll need to go to pick up the rest of those notes. So in a nutshell, that's the key to being able to play in different keys. We now will perform Wabash Cannonball in these 4 keys, all without stopping. What we're doing is we're going up the circle of fifths, going from the key of A to D to G to C. So try to noodle the notes in each of the given keys, and then check and see how you did as we play it. If you're still a little unsure of how to get all the melody notes, feel free to request a tab of each of the keys. There's an email address provided in the comments section. I did a complete series of videos on developing bluegrass style solos, so once you have your given melody in any one of these keys, you could flush it out with techniques suggested there.